as a former chef, of course, in the busy kitchen, I'm used to all these timers on the shelves, busy doing service and the prep during the day. So the RackTimer function not only fixes the issue with a lot of timers around the kitchen, where you get a timer for each rack in the oven. What we've also developed is a function that will help you cooking, so it understands time lost when the door is open to take out product. We have cook time correction functioning as well, and you can use both the probe and the timer for each rack. So let's get into the RackTimer. We're going to take a look at the RackTimer function. I've prepared 4 trays of food here on our lovely Opinium trays, and we have some red bell peppers, some potato wedges, spring onions, and some chicken thighs. I'm going to load the oven, and we're going to zoom in, and you can see how I start and use the RackTimer function. So, starting the RackTimer function, we go into manual mode, and in our manual mode, in the time box here, I have the menu bar and I can choose that, RackTimer. So here we are. First of all, to set our RackTimer in the corner here, I can choose, first of all, my cooking mode. So I'm in Combi as of right now, and let's say that we want to cook at, well, actually 215 for this is fine for me, and 20% humidity. I can also set my fan speed if I need to. So in the RackTimer function itself, we still have access to the quick select bar, home, care cycle, clean the screen, and language change if we need it to be. So looking at our 6 racks, as we remember, I put in my chicken at the top rack. So I've set my timer for 14 minutes. And the spring onions will need a little bit shorter than that. So let's say they need 6 minutes. Let's go. And the potatoes, 15 minutes, that will be fine. And the bell peppers, 6 minutes, that will also be fine. So as you see here now, the progress bar is starting to work. So from a distance, the visuals of the RackTimer is very easy to work with. Even though you can't see the numbers, you'll see how far the cooking is. The 6th rack here, I've just set for 4 seconds. This is just to show you what happens when a rack is done. So the progress bar will come to the end, and the oven will start sounding off the alarm. The oven still cooks because we need to cook the rest of the product that's still in, and we get a red and yellow flash that allows us to see that something is done. The timer still counts because if the oven is not opened at the exact time that it's done, we need to know how far the cooking has gone. So taking out the product, I just simply open the door, take out the product, close the door, and the RackTimer is reset. So it's just plug and play for us. Canceling a rack is easy on the red cross here. And you can also use your core probe if you want to cook. I could have used it maybe for cooking the chicken. So it will work great with using probe and time in the RackTimer function. So here we have our result from the RackTimer cooking. Our nicely cooked chicken, potato wedges, and bell peppers and spring onions are ready to eat.
So as you could see, the RackTimer helps you guide on the racks clear the rack again once the program is done. And with the colors, it actually helps you to protect the food. So if it turns red, you know as a chef that you can actually take the validation. Is it still good to serve, or is it something that I have to take to the side and make a new one for my guests to be happy? And that's a nice feature in the kitchen, to be able to have that validation.
Yes.
One of the questions that came up through here was, can I cook veggies and meat at the same time without having cross flavor coming around? And yes, you can actually do that in a combi oven. So the vegetables will not taste from the meat and vice versa. And you can cook them at the same time so that you have them ready for your guests to be able to serve them at the same time. Another question that came up was actually what you mentioned in the beginning a little bit about, Jens. Does the oven help you with ensuring proper cooking results? Maybe you can explain what happens behind the scenes when this goes on.
Yeah. So to ensure a proper cooking result in the RackTimer function, we have an intelligent solution that counts the time and temperature lost while we open the doors. Also, of course, loss of humidity if you're using the combi function. So when opening the door and emptying racks during the cooking, the oven will pick up speed to pick up the lost temperature or humidity during the cooking.
So compared to the timers you were standing with in the beginning, it actually automatically compensates for this, so that the time that you decide your meat to cook at was there.